in here, huh? Temur, draw 2. So the draw 2 archetype has a bunch of payoffs that trigger when you draw your second card in the turn. We have Improbable Alliance here, which makes a 1/1 flyer. We have the Recluse here, which makes a 2/2 cat. And we have the Irencrag Pyromancer, which deals 3 damage to any target. And then we have a variety of ways to draw extra cards each turn. We've got Royal Scion, we've got Teferi, Master of Time, we've got Llanowar Visionary, which can ramp us up into Elder Gargaroth ahead of curve. We've got some miscellaneous cycling cards like Neutralize, Shredded Sails. We've got some Ops to cantrip. We've got Behold the Multiverse that can let us easily draw 2 cards on the opponent's turn to trigger it there. So I think the core idea of what this deck has going on seems very reasonable on paper. I'm excited to dive on into some games here with this and see if it feels reasonable in the standard. It might be wrong to play this on 1, but there's value. If I hadn't drawn this here, I would have played Opt on 1 to dig for a turn 2, draw 2 payoff. But I think the fact that I drew this means I set this up to have this after the fact. Seems potentially good. It could be right to save this to try and use it as a spell, though, in the White Weenie matchup. No, the Angels deck was excellent, actually. Check out with these, you get more chump blockers down is nice. It's pretty scary. Are they gonna turn a bunch of things into 2/2s here? In the white aggro deck is interesting. They're giving up Maul for that. I don't know if that's worthwhile. I'm gonna go ahead and boast here, I assume. Our best draw is probably Irencrag Pyromancer here. Yeah, they give up Halvar as well, and Apparition, right? They don't have that main deck removal. Yeah, there's a lot to give up for sure. Oh, they do have. They're not just mono white. They do have black mana here. Interesting. What are their splashes for? Can our Improbable Alliance hold off the flood of white weenies, chat? They're going to build up with these aspirants, which is pretty scary. Spell what?
Me.
Captain Man?
Me?
The captain's coming up with anything, bud. I think we're taking 5 here. We really need a Pyromancer to be in this game, I think. If we get a Pyromancer, we can start mowing some of their stuff down every turn. Without that, they're gonna run away with this pretty quickly. Yeah, another land. Pretty unfortunate. Okay, so this lets me get my loot on.
I will steady your mind, Rowan.
And I will inspire your heart.
A question.
Okay, that's another payoff that gums the board up a little bit more. Oh, this is a deck I put together, Blut. Also, that, like, shouldn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You should be respectful and follow all the same rules, whether something's a viewer submission or something that I've built. Okay, so these blocks leave me dead. These blocks do not, though, right? Was this the best draw on our deck? Easily? I don't know if it's enough at this point. I get 3 extra blockers here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. This actually lets us survive a turn, right?
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
Well, I can't kill Lurish, J-Ray, because they have 2 selfless saviors. Leak Eater, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I get to keep Pyromancer in turn for another play here, another turn here at least. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I needed to play another land out as a green source, right? I should have discarded this. I was gonna say Elder Gargaroth could maybe be the key to getting through this, but I actually can't cast Elder Gargaroth right now with my mana situation, so I'm gonna have to chump block with Visionary this turn. Like trying to put out a fire with the garden hose here. The fact that we have to chump block with this probably means we're dead. I think we needed to hit one of these two. I think we need to hit this a turn sooner. I think I'm supposed to hold on to the opt here, because if I can opt into an opt on their next turn, well, Scions doesn't ult until 8, so that's not an option.
A quest.
We drew a green source. Okay, and if I draw an opt on their turn, actually, is it better? I have 7 mana? Do I, oh, the Gargoth's gonna draw a card when it blocks. Oh, but that doesn't let me block with the tokens we make, is the problem. Yeah, I think I unfortunately have to count on opt into opt here. Opt into opt gets us there, right? Survey says. Yeah, but if I use the Alliance triggers on their turn, I don't get a Gargoth. So I'd shoot this, they'd save it here. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lethal attackers, and I'd die. So the only out was Gargoth and then opt into opt. Activating this with the opt leaves me dead on board. Close game considering how long it took us to get the Pyromancer. You're kind of hosed regardless. Completely disagree. If we hit the opt here, they would have had to sacrifice this to this, and I would have gotten 2 more tokens, and then I would have had plenty of blockers, and Gargoth would have started triggering and drug us back into this game. So, your assessment, and then I would have gotten to ultimate Royal Scions as well. I think your hosed regardless assessment is very off. To bring in some of these, an extra Gargoth, cut the counter spells, I think. It was not bad. Close game where we missed on our Pyromancer for a little bit too long. Had a hit there at the end to still stay in it though. It's nice. Yeah, Cardboard Live's fucked up today, chat. Nothing I can do about it. It's a third-party tool. Can a mod make a command for Cardboard Live so we can just use a command for the day? They've had a lot of downtime recently. Cardboard dead. Unfortunate mana situation here. Looking like we're not going to get to play much of a game 2. We'll see what our 5 looks like, but... I think this is the play. Keep and hope that Gargaroth is able to drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. I'm not bottoming this land because I want to blank their duress. So, if we weren't currently being duressed, I'd bottom the land, but getting the virtual card advantage from blanking their duress is worthwhile here. I mean, obviously should have bottomed assuming we were going to flood, but, you know, there's the beats. Should have taken the greedy play and kept the behold. Well, so you're saying there's a chance.
Time is fragile, yet it chews through the time to improvise.
Okay. That's a good thought, J-Ray. Maybe that keep is fine because of the ability to I didn't consider the suspending this on too. Alright, so Teferi's dying regardless, so might as well loot.
I do love a good puzzle.
That hurts. Obviously shouldn't have looted.
I've learned my
Were there any cards in my deck I was going to keep over these cards in my hand? Is a real question there. And I'm not sure the answer is yes. This is the part where I concede after they chop this down. How the cookie crumbles sometimes. In it to win it. Let's do it. The deck was really good work. If you're looking for a sweet aggressive deck to pound around with in Historic, I think I would be surprised if that deck doesn't become a real thing in the format. It felt like it was doing genuinely powerful things. Yeah, the clone effects are big game too. The fact that you get to have like 8 copies of your best cards, and honestly, like Linvala was pretty key to holding the whole thing together as well. Like the fact that she protects our payoffs. Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do more historic, Wargy. I'm planning to do historic for like the next week and a half at a minimum and make a, like, I understand that I need larger sample sizes to make good decisions about things, so like, definitely like not making a choice to play something or not play something over half a day. And they're mono green here. So I guess they could have the X Primal Surge fight spell here. But if they don't have a way to take Gargaroth out, we're in a pretty good spot. I've not decided what decks I'm playing. I'm not really deciding in advance what decks I'm playing. Like, just kind of, I've got a whole bunch of things loaded up in my deck editor and I'm kind of going in the moment. I have taken a Pioneer deck submission, so we'll actually be starting the stream tomorrow with the Pioneer League. I'm going to be playing some green-black rock. I think I'm actually supposed to trade here. I think I'm supposed to make a 3/3. Ging, thanks for the follow. Am I saving shredded sails for... Am I saving shredded sails for a henge? I think so. How did Mud go this morning? It was good against other bad decks. It was bad against good decks. Tramples, which is real annoying. Huh? Yeah, that's fine, right? How do you feel about double and jump? I think I like it. This makes another troll with trample. Got the extra just in case something funky happens. Yeah, I don't know, Benes. Their constructed format's tough right now because in addition to Fiora and Lee, there's Burblefish. And honestly, I really don't enjoy the Anivia deck either. The Anivia deck just wasn't popular for a long time. We'll see. They have a new expansion coming up soon. 2 weeks, so. This will be my first time playing Bloodborne, yes. Alright, so I think we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. I actually want to bottom that, right? Because I guess I could keep this, play this land, and then next turn plan to play her and activate Improbable Alliance with its activated ability. That's actually not terrible, right? Do we hate that? I don't hate that. This says trample is the problem. We are close. You know what? I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep it, and we can cycle the shredded sails next turn. Cause you're right that we're so close to this messing things up. Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy and hold this for a second. What does this attack mean? Do I just like gain 4 here? Is this block crazy? I'm only planning to do at most 1 Pioneer deck per day, Elks. So even if Pioneer is good tomorrow, or I only plan to do 1 per day. Moto, Magic the Gathering Online's a lot less popular than Magic Arena content, so even if the format's good, I'm willing to do it to start the stream, but that's it. Have we successfully gummied the board, chat?
Time to improvise.
I am playing Magic formats where Teferi Time Raveler is not legal. We've been sitting on this shredded sails. Yeah, I think we're winning this game now, huh? Yeah, Teferi makes it much easier to get a draw 2 trigger on their turn, which is stellar.
Think fast.
Yeah, Teferi can phase things in response. Is huge as well. I think I get these upticking, right?
With my sister by my side. I do not fear the unknown.
All right. Sweet. Let's update that. Arena decks are 50, MTGO are 16. What are we doing here? They're like green stompy stuff, so Elder Gargaroth seems great because they don't really have... They have some fight spells probably, but not a ton. Honestly, I think this is probably a Neutralize out matchup, right? I just probably want more things that play to the board. Probably don't mind copies of Wilt. It's a Fire Prophecy matchup? Probably not, right? A lot of their stuff is bigger than that. Actually, is it crazy to cut Pyromancer here? Is this card very good? Like, similar to why this is bad, this is probably not great. What if we leave in a couple of counterspells? I'll board in a couple of Wilts. Let's try this. This could be wrong, but picking apart their X1s could be. Second red, second green, second blue. We're definitely the control deck in this matchup. I think most of the games we win play out exactly like that last one where we like chump block our way to survival. That was probably the best draw in our deck. Wow, that's good. It gets us a token and it ramps to Gargaroth a turn sooner. I'm timing people out that are asking about Modern. I'm not playing that format. I've said my piece. Stop it. Think I want to block early, block often.
This isn't my first time being... Don't worry, I'll think of something.
I'm ditching that one. I want a land that doesn't hurt me next turn, and the rest of these spells are fine. Yeah, Teferi's legal pioneer and historically. Gabriel Deceased been blue-white controlling people a bunch since the latest update with Teferi's. They have to send everything at Teferi to kill him here. Okay, well, if they do that, I get to do this plus activate.
Time to improvise. I waited too long there.
Definitely want to Gargaroth this turn.
I do love a good puzzle.
And then Teferi plus Gargaroth could trigger the Alliance this turn, right? That's super unfortunate. This is a 9/9 now. They can't really attack or block though, right? They can attack with exactly this. And then I get to attack back with Gargaroth.
Ideas, like seconds, are fleeting.
This could do down the line what we need to clean out this board, right? So I think we bin this one.
Time's up.
So let's Recluse here. And then we can attack with Gargaroth and draw a card. And if they double block, I get to Shredded Sails them. About a concession sales. They've got a 9/9 here, and this thing comes back as another 4/4. So like, we're kind of board stalled. I'm putting one of these into play tapped. Need to get up to 8 mana. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. This is still gonna get bigger as they play more green things out. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. They have another fight spell here, we're dead. Yeah, 8 mana can kill the Gem Razor, is accurate.
No longer.
I call, and Ikoria answers.
Vomit. Feeling pretty dead here. Yeah, I'm just dead. No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead on board. We're not dead on board, chat. And actually, if I would have been greedy earlier. If I would have been greedy earlier and kept the other Shatterskull Smashing, thinking I'd flood out here, we'd actually be in an okay spot, right? If I had another Smashing to follow up with. Yeah, this card being in against us is a decision. I guess we killed them with a bunch of 1/1 flyers, and it does recur. This is considering a lot of card advantage for them, though. I assume we're dead from here, but you know, not dead on board at least.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
Do you have any outs? I don't know. I'm gonna take a draw step though.
Let's make this quick. Think fast.
I feel like most of our outs start with Teferi, so let's wait and see what they do.
Things are about to get out of hand for you.
How do I like the PS5 so far? It's good. I've had mine since release week,
Every fall.
so been a reasonably stable unit for me. It does what it's intended to do well. Honestly, I think I'm kind of convinced that the neutralizes are good. I want a third one, actually. I don't think this is a stroke matchup. I think I'd rather have this as a more generic counterspell. Honestly, it might be right to go all the way up to 4 of them since they cycle. I think we keep this. We'd like one of our draw 2 payoffs here, ideally. It's unfortunate. Probably cycling Wilt this turn. You stroke a Gem Razor that's mutating onto something. You can. Its converted mana cost while it's on the stack is the number printed in the corner. So, do we just go like red and then drop Shatterskull Smashing on these 1/1s? I think that's the play, right? Kind of punish for playing green on 2. That would be able to neutralize the turn. Am I cycling this? I think I am. Still looking for a draw 2 payoff here still. Hey, Zero, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream today. That's great for us. Until they make a 1/1 next turn and crack us for 10, that is. Yeah, I'm supposed to hold up shredded sails here in case they have a snake. We just want to get him ticking.
All right. I do love a good puzzle.
Don't really need the ramp at this point, right? So can't behold this turn, but get to hold up Shredded in case they have a 1/1. Annoying. I guess I could have just upticked Teferi there to get to loot. Yeah, that's better.
Time to improvise.
The Angels deck felt very good by the end. I was pretty happy with it. This is no longer phased out, right? This animation is bugged. It's aggressive. I think I'm drawing a card. Yeah, we are.
Ideas like seconds. I've learned my lesson.
Why'd they turn their 5/5 into a 4/4? Probably because they wanted to, they wanted to hold up their thing. That's perfect. I get to hold up Neutralize next turn. It's like they trade with this and I get to neutralize any big scary payoff they might play. Lucky we drew a blue land there, and if they don't play something worth neutralizing, we get to Behold plus Opt. I think they wanted it to be able to attack if they lost the 1/1, because they were kind of in a bad spot because of that, right? They're worried about me killing another one of their 1/1s off, is why they put it underneath, I think. Yeah, they're worried about me killing this in the future, chat. Oh, it still keeps that text. Oh, yeah, I have no idea. They wanted trample then. And they wanted trample as the answer. You're right. Mutate keeps all the text. That's correct. Yeah, so am I supposed to opt there? Probably not, right? Yeah, they could have misclicked. They could have valued trample higher than what people are valuing trample at. I think I'm in for shredded sales. I think that's better than a random. Lets me get another cat next turn. I don't know, my deck's got a bunch of 1/1s and 2/2s in it. Like, the trample stat line they gave it also isn't worthless. Peak Twitch chat is people arguing over trying to discuss that my opponent made a mistake in a decision that ultimately just didn't matter. Because I blocked the 4/4 with my 6/6. What is this attack? A combat trick? Oh, okay, sure. Deal. Four Gargoths are great, chat. Four Gargoths are great. Oh, you know what? I should have kept that land because Improbable Alliance. Was that a good one? This has got to be a concession, right? It's also kind of impressive, by the way, that this entire game that we've been in, my opponent's deck, they've been stuck on, they've only drawn 4 lands in this many cards, right? So, like, unless this is like a Kolga, they just had all gas. Catch you later, Cody. Stay safe out there. They had a Vivian sitting in hand. Maybe not completely lucky.
Precious.
Still, they played most of their cards, right? Do we have 6 Gargoths in the deck? Well, we have 4 Gargoths, and we draw a lot of cards. So, like... It's kind of like we have like 6 compared to a normal deck, I think. Holy gosh, Jin. You drove from Wisconsin to Denver over the weekend. I'm glad you're alive. Almost as many Gargoths in this deck as there are Zenith Flares in the Cycler. That's a good way. That's honestly a good comparison. Low-key, that's a great comparison. Yeah, that sounds good, right? We go tapped land for red, green, play this, trigger it. Oh, I don't think I have any graveyard heat in my sideboard. Could be a mistake. She's dead, Jim. You've murdered her. I mean, to be fair, I'm only playing 3 copies of this card, and I've got 4 Pyromancer, and I've got 4 Alliance. Like, the people saying, like, hey, haha, this is the best draw to pay off, like, we're not even playing 4 of them. And playing that on red might be wrong. If they kill this, I lack my second green for Gargoth. claim the Firstborn here. This card's so offensive. One red mana should not get to kill my 0/4. It just ain't right, chat. It just ain't right. Really need a blue source here so we can neutralize this Crocs the next turn. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it. Should have been more specific. Oh, they're one card off. Fabled Passage. Okay.
I'm looking for new minions. Care to volunteer?
Feels like we're probably dead at this point. I don't think there's a way to template a card currently in Magic to prevent sacrificing. Is there? Is there a clean way to template that? I don't think there is, right? I don't think I put Graveyard Hate in my sideboard. If I didn't, I'm gonna concede and we'll do that. Yeah, I actually didn't put any Graveyard Hate in my sideboard. Yeah, I guess you could just put this card can't be sacrificed on it. I don't even know if I want to adjust my deck for that matchup. I think I'm just going to concede to the red-black deck. The red-black deck has such a dog crap win rate in all of the events. It hasn't been super popular, he says, before queuing into it a second time. There's a lot of, like, much like punting a matchup against rogues, I think there's just certain things that you're going to die to. The standard format's got a lot of things going on in it, and especially, like, B-list decks like what we're playing here. You can't be competitive against everything. Something's got to give. We've got tools to be decent against aggro and tools to be good against Sultai Ultimatum. That's going to be good enough for us. Rogues. Feel like rogues could go either way, he says before getting dumpstered. Rogues is another deck that has a really bad win rate. Rogues and red-black are probably the two worst decks that people are playing in Standard right now. Yeah, if this can hang out, she kills all of their stuff, so... Having two of these in the opener seems real strong. See if it gets taken out back and drowned in the lock. The tournament results compiled. It's a Twitter account called MTG_data. They post, like, basically a win rate rubric based on the previous weekend's tournament results. What decks are you playing, TDM, where Chainweb alone is enough? In my experience, just adding Chainweb does not win you very many games against rogues. So, rogues is probably a good ladder deck, because the metrics from the tournaments that we've seen is Rogues is bad against every established archetype. But if you're playing against random jank like what I'm playing, and the ladder has a lot of people just trying to have fun, Rogues is a very hated archetype because their archetype is basically only good against decks that people are trying to play that are off the beaten path. Rogues is like 60+% win rate against the other category, and like has some sub 30% win rate matches. Yeah, it's good against all the fun decks, is exactly correct. I would argue that people play everything slowly on Magic Arena. Yeah, I agree. A lot of the decks I've been playing on stream, I just auto concede to Rogues as well. This should have been an O2. Is what should have happened. Now, I think difficult to pilot is a coded way to say this deck is bad, but people play it anyways. The cycling deck demolishes Rogues. You know, I actually haven't played that matchup much. Is it good? Why is it good? So the problem with waiting to cycle at end of turn is if they don't play anything, I then don't get to trigger my things for the turn. Is the issue with people suggesting I wait. So like, if I wait and my opponent's a good player, I get punished. Yeah, but they also have a lot of counter spells, chat.
I stage, time to improvise.
Got a 28 cards in hand here. Let them know what's up here. Let them know how we feel about them. Was the Angels deck good? It was, Seth. It was excellent. Is it crazy to not use my Teferi so I can save? Like, I'm pretty happy with the 2 cards in my hand, and I don't really. Yeah, I think I'm just hanging out. I'm gonna do it this turn because I'm not happy with the cards in my hand now.
Good puzzle.
My favorite Magic artist. I don't really have one. Sure. I have one red source. It's awkward. We're just making 3/3s, right?
Ideas, like seconds, are
This fucking game, man. If we lose by 3 cards, I'm gonna be really tilted. I wanted to phase this out during their upkeep, but I hadn't, like... The fact that graphically where you are and where the server is always very frustrating. Alright, so... I have an opportunity to phase this out. Let's take it. Or they can play a land. Stop on their upkeep now before we get got by that again. I think I want to... Wait, if I phase something else out, are they dead? If I phase this out, they can go block here, die? Right? Great. I can first strike trample the token too. Yeah, that's true.
Always ready.
That's fine. Yeah, this giving first strike trample is good.
Strike fear into the hearts of
Phase that out of time and space as well. Yeah, they have to have some pretty atypical card here, right? I think we even beat Unsummon thanks to Scions, right? They like bounce this, they put 3 toughness in front of here, they take 4. Oh, they live on 1. I think our counter spells are kind of mediocre here. I think Behold's kind of clunky. Teferi's probably slow too. This is probably a dispute matchup, right? Is Shredded Sails good enough? It kills a couple of their flyers. Let's try this. Yeah, this card's not amazing, but I think I definitely want to keep it in when I'm boarding up to all the Gargoths. Yeah, the MTG data spreadsheet thing really kind of validated my anecdotal evidence to me with larger sample sizes, which felt good. Infect on Gaming, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. This hand finds a green star, so you can go like 2-3. It's pretty good. I'm on the draw and I have an opt. Or didn't have it. Always a check, Commander Durka. I guess I can't attack because of the death touch I need. Actually, I was gonna say I could make a cheeky attack and like push a damage if they're afraid of stomp or shock, but assume my Pyromancer's about to die here. Really need to draw a Fire Prophecy to kill this. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to erase them milling us, unfortunately. This thing just blocks way too good. Actually, that's another 3. Hey, HK and St. Stephen, thanks for the follows. Good afternoon. It's not terrible. It does not, BJ Roth. You can only cast the front half. It's like when you cast like an X spell with lures, you can only have X equals to 2. You can only have the total converted mana cost equal to 2. Two more cards, and then 4 more cards. They kill Gargaroth here, we'll concede and go to game 3 on the play. Yeah, that's correct, Roth. It works that way. You just can't recast Tibalt from the yard. You'll be able to find the deck list in the description of the YouTube video this evening when it goes live. I'm not maintaining another decks page at the moment. Oh yeah, do you want these shredded sails? We cycle in a pinch. Yeah, I imagine the like the red-black Pyromancer Luris deck in Historic wants to play 4 Valky BJ Roth for that reason. That archetype was pretty good last time I was playing. I imagine it's still pretty good. The Dreadhorde Arcanist deck. We'll lead on Island, and we'll opt looking for one of our 2 mana draw 2 payoffs, so we can go like 2 mana draw 2 payoff Visionary Gargaroth. That's a pretty solid curve here. Bottom anything that's not one of our 7 2 mana payoffs. Nailed it. What's going on, Hammy? Oh, we didn't get Drown in a lock. It's crazy. Makes more sense. It's flipping crab chat. Dunk. Big dumb monster go. I think we mostly just make 3/3s in this matchup. Just want to like put on as much pressure as possible. If we get triggers, that is. There's a good chance we just don't get any triggers with it. Tank, 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 counterspell. I understand why people hate rogues. Come on, counter my spell. What was the any other possible outcome there? Meta Marty, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. I'm not sweating. I just would like to play another match against not rogues, so. Yeah, that's an accurate statement. It's like playing against mono blue tempo, but they also deck you, which is annoying. So I've got 6 total mana here. I guess we're just doing this, huh? Hoping to dodge another drown. And then next turn we can drop Shatterskull Smashing for 5. But it's actually playing relatively quickly, all things considered. I'm only up 3 minutes on clock. Not expecting this to resolve, but we can try. Do they play the counter for 1 card? They do not. 26 cards. Guess we just pass. Does this card have Death Touch? Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, let's play some Bloodborne. Rogues, I should probably just have a rule that we just don't play against rogues when we're playing brews from now on. It's a very frustrating experience. Definitely not a pleasant deck to play against. Yeah, I think the random viewer brews we play from now on, or not even viewer brews, just random decks that we're trying out. Yeah, it's just like I said, I don't think you want to make your deck better against rogues. I think the things you have to do to make these types of decks playable against rogues makes them much worse in a lot of other places, and rogues has a lot of dog shit matchups in other places, so they're basically playing a deck that's awful against a bunch of things so they can be explicitly good against your sweet deck, so you should just concede and not give them the pleasure, so that way they can spend more time getting dumpstered by mono red and Gruul. As far as this is concerned, this seems fine. We had a cohesive game plan. All of our payoffs worked really well together. Gargaroth worked out pretty well at the top end of the curve. Honestly, I could see I could see a world, Teferi was only okay. I could see a world where, like, you want to just play all the Elder Gargaroths in the main, especially with the Visionary, the, like, 2 mana, draw 2 payoff, into Visionary, into Gargoth is like a really sick curve, so I could see just like getting up to all of those in the main. Maybe even the Multiverse was only okay too. This is nice because it's a consistent enabler, so maybe you just like do that even. You just have like more 10 copies of things that like draw an extra card every single turn if you want them to, could be good, and that frees up a couple of sideboard slots to do something else with. If you want to suffer through playing against rogues, you could shove a couple of the what's it called, the Escape Spider in here to have a better shot against them for sure, I think. That card tends to give them fits. All right, at any rate, that's going to wrap on Magic for me for the afternoon. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. If you're new, be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well. There's a ton of both standard and historic up there now. At this point, I'm playing somewhere between 2 and 4 different Magic decks every single day, Monday through Friday now. For the rest of the stream, we're going to fire up my PS5. We're going to give Bloodborne a try. Lots of people have told me lots of different things I'm supposed to feel based on this game, so we'll see who's accurate and what's good or bad or not.